Good morning, class. So today we're going to use a new app called Duolingo. As you can see, you have two different options. So let's go ahead and just get started. Since we do not have an account, it will automatically set it up for us. So it'll take us to this choose a course page. As you can see, there's several different language options. You can choose from Japanese, Swedish, Russian, Welsh, or Polish. There's also some unknown languages such as Hebrew, Vietnamese, Greek that are not as spoken as often. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to choose the French language. So if we go back up to the top of the list, we will find the French option. Once you find the language you want, just go ahead and click on it and it will take you to the language course page. As you can see here, there's several different types of goals. You have the casual, regular, serious, or insane. This is just the amount of time that you spend each day doing this. So instead of regular, let's go ahead and pick the casual since we just want a short little 5-minute tutorial video of how to use this app. So once you click it, it'll take you to this page of whether you are a beginner or a new person or a old bee to the language. So since we are a beginner to the French language, what we're going to do is we're going to click the beginner page and it'll just start us out with the basics of the language. So to start off, it's going to show you these pictures. It'll have the words and the pictures beside them of what they mean, and it'll ask you to pick which one you think is the top phrase, which in this one it's who is the woman. Once you click that, you just click check and it'll tell you whether you are right or wrong. Once you see that, you just click next and it'll take you to some more options of some more phrases. So whichever one you think the girl is, you pick, and these pictures are very helpful in this instance because you might not know the language, and so these pictures will help you guide you through which one to pick. Alright, the next phrase or the next course load is the translate. The words that are yellow and underlined, those are all new words, and here you just click and drag what you believe this phrase is saying. Now if you click on the yellow words that are underlined, it'll tell you what those words mean in that language, and then it'll also tell you the options that you have as well, so you just need to make sense of which one of those 3 words would best fit in this sentence. Once you're finished with that, you just click check and it'll correct you, or it'll tell you that you're right, and then you just click continue. And it'll take you back into new phrases and new words that you are learning. It's same as before, the pictures and just the spelling of everything. What you cannot hear is they actually do pronounce the words as you click them. So you're hearing the word and you're seeing the word, and then you're also looking at the spelling as well. Same here, it's the new words, and if you click on the yellow words, once again it'll show you it as well as pronounce it for you, and you just describe what it is with the words, and you pick the words and drag them up to the top. Now these pictures here, they don't really help you very often, so when it gets to the drag and drop phrases of these, do not look at the pictures because as you can tell, it's not the same as the word actually means. And it'll show you a variety of different words and a variety of different spellings of the words as well. So just pick the words that you think are what this is saying, drag and drop, and then click check. It'll move on. Now this is giving you the English words, and so what it wants you to do is figure out which of these French words down below are what these words stand for. So then the same thing, you just drag and drop into the translate what he said box right above those words. Awesome job, guys. Alright, so it's going to continue to give you these different options of different words and the different yellow lines, whether they be new words or old words, and just asking you to really focus in on learning what the words sound like and what these different words mean. And since we are the beginners in this language, we are just learning the basics of a language, in this case the French language. So it's going to be simple words like a and the and I and girl and boy, simple things like that that are used in everyday conversation or everyday life. So yeah, in this one, it's fill in the blank. So there is a new word that we have not seen yet, which is totally okay, because in the next step of this, it'll show you that word and teach you what that word means. But here they just want to know if you can build a simple sentence. And once you do that, it'll take you straight back into the yellow word. It'll pronounce that word for you. These are two words, so as you can tell, there's a space between it. So if you click on the first one, it tells you that it represents the word I in this situation. And if you click on the second one, it represents am, or taking and take. So the same thing is, you want to just figure out what this is actually saying and drag the words to the box where it translates what she said. Alright, and once you do that, it'll tell you if you are correct or not. And as you can tell, it is really obvious. If you mess up, it'll tell you the exact word that you were supposed to do. And it also halfway through tells you that you're doing a great job, which is really nice and encouraging. On the second half of this app, in this session, it has the tap the pairs. So basically, you're just figuring out what English word correlates with the French word. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, whether it be the English word first or the French word set first, as long as you just match the correct terms together. It'll turn blue once you click it, and then once you match it with the right one, it'll turn green. If you match it with the wrong one, it'll turn red and just give you another chance as well. And same thing, all these words are being pronounced as you click on them, to demonstrate how they sound. Once this is done, it goes back into a fill in the blank. Now here it represents the masculine and feminine parts of the word. So it's really just wanting to know if you know the difference between E and A at the end of the words and what those represent. And then it goes into the other tap the pairs as well. Now this one is also focusing in more on the, not so much of the masculine and femininity part of the word, but more of if you know what the words mean, what the words represent as well. So you just have to click the ones that you think fit together. Same thing, blue once you click it to know that that's the one you clicked, and then green once you pair it up with the correct word. If you pair it up with the wrong word, it will turn red, but give you a second chance. Alright, then it moves back into the same drag and drop here, only now it's not going to give you any new words. It just wants to know if you are understanding and grasping the concepts that you have just worked through. So it's more of just a review. And if you click the little volume button, or that little speaker button to the left of the words, it will describe to you and also read to you what the words are saying, so you can hear them sound out. Here they are showing you a simple word. They just want to know which word I means in the French language, or how it's spelled, so that way you're visually seeing it as well. And this is usually the last part of each section. And once you are done with that, it'll take you to this page right here where it'll tell you that you've completed the lesson and that you've met your daily goal and daily streak. Every day it'll send you a new recording, a new notification of a different lesson, and as you go throughout, it'll tell you exactly how fluent you are in that language now. If you're up for a challenge, you can maintain your streak for 7 days, and they'll double your gym wager. You can use these gyms to buy different things in this app as just a reward. Once you go through this and you either say sure, why not, or no, thank you, it'll tell you exactly the percentage of fluent you are in that language. And as you can tell, after just one lesson, you are 9% fluent in the language of French. Now, this app is free if you buy it in the App Store. And of course, when it's free, it has these little ads to help keep it free where you can either learn more or just say no thank you and continue on. As you can tell, you can create a profile. We're not going to create one today, but if you'd like to, go ahead and create one. That would be perfectly okay. It'll take you into this basic skills page. Now, this is just telling you how many lessons there are and what lessons you have completed. Now, thank you for listening to this. Now go use your Duolingo and learn the new French language.